Do. Da. That's all you ever say to me. Hello, everyone. It's Charlton, and I'm going to try to do my best to quickly report on this story of Christopher Hasson. I saw this a few hours ago, right as it was breaking over on CNN. A Coast Guardsman who's being charged with some serious charges, and I think the affidavit, in fact, they even stated it at the beginning of it, is just the beginning. You know, it's I think illegal weapons possession charges, as well as a narcotics charge. Hold on, but also, he was plotting, it seems, to do terrorist acts against our own government. So on February 15th rather, it was Friday when he was arrested, I believe. The defendant was arrested pursuant to a federal criminal complaint which charged him with violations of 18 U.S.C., possession of firearm and ammunition by an unlawful user or addict of controlled substances, and 21 U.S.C., simple possession of tramadol, a synthetic opioid, which is an opioid and scheduled for a controlled substance. The current charges, however, are the proverbial tip of the iceberg. The defendant is a domestic terrorist bent on committing acts dangerous to human life that are intended to affect governmental conduct. And it goes on and on for 15 pages. I'll try to go through some of it without boring you too much. I think the Daily Mail is the only one who's got him pictured there. That's the dude, Christopher Paul Hasson. He's married with kids. He's a Coast Guardsman, a U.S. Coast Guardsman, and this is in the D.C. area, or Maryland, I believe it's D.C. Lieutenant was arrested after investigators. He's also a former Marine. I think his son is a Marine. Arrested after investigators claimed he was planning a domestic terror attack and had a hit list that included prominent Democrats and media figures. The Christopher Paul Hasson is due in court on Thursday in Maryland after he was arrested on gun and drug charges last week. Prosecutors said that Hasson, a 49-year-old who lives in a basement apartment in Silver Spring, espoused extremist views for years. These are in his emails, and where he I think he attended Charlottesville, or following Charlottesville, he wrote some long white nationalist email to himself, but was also, I think, intended for associates, something like that. Court papers say Hasson drafted an email in June 2017 in which he wrote about an interesting idea that included biological attacks, followed by an attack on food supply. Federal agents found 15 firearms and over 1,000 rounds of ammunition. When Hasson was arrested, prosecutors alleged that he compiled a list of prominent congressional Democrats, activists, and media commentators. He's expected to appear before a judge for a detention hearing in federal court in Greenbelt at 1 p.m. on Thursday. I don't know if he's in custody right now or not, to be honest with you. That's what was retrieved from the basement apartment where he lives. I don't know if if he lives there with his wife and son. I believe that's his family. I think he's married with a son, but I believe the son's in the Marines too. So I'm assuming not. The affidavit actually provides that list of people that he had, commentators and activists and other prominent Democrat politicians. Just want to show you that, just for cause it's fairly I don't know, pretty shocking. It's in here, believe me. There it is. Okay, and it's got all the major names, and some of them are, he has his own derogatory spear on them. I think Joey is Morning Joe, Chris Hayes, Senator Blumen. It's supposed to be Blumenthal, but it's Blumen Jew. And Pelosi, I think that's Tim Kaine. I don't know what the next one is. Don Lemon, Booker, Cory Booker, Harris, Kamala Harris. I think that's Beto O'Rourke, Maxine Waters, Sheila Jackson Lee, Ilhan Omar, Chris Cuomo, Angela Davis, that one I'm not sure. OSA, I think that's supposed to be AOC, right? Isn't it AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Yeah, I'm not sure. Van Jones Podesta. I think that's supposed to be AOC. So, anyways, but that was also retrieved from his computer. I don't know the date of that. And yeah, there's an email like I was just describing to you that he drafted to himself. It's kind of odd, but it's very lengthy, and it just goes on and on. That's just the beginning of it right there, and this is following the Charlottesville neo-Nazi rally. The defendant sent himself this letter roughly 7 weeks after the Charlottesville neo-Nazi rally. I'm writing in regards to your ideas behind Northwest migration. To date, I have read most of your books and briefly looked at your website. I am a long-time white nationalist, having been a skinhead 30-plus years. It goes on and on. I'll just totally bore you. He obviously has very white nationalist views, and but he's also in the possession of tramadol, synthetic opioid. And in this one here, I'm just cruising through this. Okay, it's been a long day, and but I really would like to present this because it's so strange. And actually, somewhere in here they said they think he was getting the tramadol, which that was my question. Where is he getting it from? Somebody in Mexico. I just thought that seemed so just too typical, man. It really did, I mean, he's in Maryland. How's he getting tramadol from somebody in Mexico? But that's what it says, and and they're taking that from the affidavit. The case was first uncovered by Seamus Hugh, a former Senate counterterrorism advisor who now works with George Washington University program on extremism, which provides analysis of policy situations on radicalization, terrorism, and extremism. Holy moly. All right, Hasson remains in federal custody. Okay, he does, and has been held on a temporary detention order since his arrest on February 15th. The explosive details found by Seamus Hughes, and the program on extremism were detailed in a motion by federal prosecutors asking a judge to continue Hasson's detention prior to trial. U.S. Attorney for the District of Maryland, Robert Huer, and his office have declined further comment. Hasson is a supporter of President Donald Trump and wrote that liberalist, globalist ideology is destroying traditional peoples, especially white. No way to counteract without violence. Prosecutors said Hasson also conducted online searches for pro-Russia, neo-fascist, and neo-Nazi literature. Hasson has worked at the Coast Guard headquarters in D.C. since 2016, served in the Marines from 1988 to 1993. There he is pictured with, actually that looks like he has 2 kids. So, Lieutenant Christopher Hasson has been stationed at the U.S. Coast Guard headquarters in Washington, D.C. since 2016, according to court documents. He was promoted to lieutenant in June 2016, records show. Hasson worked in national security cutter acquisition. A criminal complaint was filed against Hasson February 14th. Alexandria Toman. A criminal complaint was filed against Hasson on February 14, 2019, along with an affidavit from FBI Special Agent Alexandria Toman. The case was sealed until Hasson's arrest on February 15th. Toman obtained emails in which Hasson wrote about owning and trying to buy guns, along with talking about going to gun ranges and shooting clubs in Maryland and Virginia, including the NRA range at the National Rifle Association headquarters in Virginia. Bought guns at the NRA range. There it is. Toman wrote in her affidavit that Hasson had been buying tramadol, a prescription painkiller, from an unidentified person likely located in Mexico since October 2016. The drugs were being sent from locations in California to addresses in Maryland and North Carolina, including Hasson's home. Other evidence suggests that Hasson is a user rather than a distributor of tramadol. So, I mean, how did he make that connection? That's kind of strange to me, but whatever. just have to take their word for it, I guess. NBC News, citing a source, reports the Coast Guard began investigating Hasson with help from the FBI and other federal law enforcement after he was flagged because of extremist internet searches and visits to extreme websites at work. So, alright, well, hopefully I presented a fairly clear view of what's going on here. I just want to quickly do this before I crash. And that's the story there, man. That's his cache of stuff, and I'm sure we're going to hear more about this individual. Alright, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel, give me a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.